Heyo! Welcome back to Luck Management. I'm your host, Carter Loesch, and this week we got another great one. April 20th, 2025. Happy Easter. He is risen. Thank the Lord. Also, to all you who celebrate, happy 420. It's a beautiful day. It's a spring day in Charlotte, North Carolina. Beautiful, not a cloud in the sky. About 2 weeks moved in. Everything's amazing here. It's been out of this world. Still building the studio. Now you guys can see the lighting a little bit better. More and more stuff is going to be coming up. Luck Management is in the best place it's ever been, and I am beyond excited for where we're going here. And with spring comes spring cleaning, with comes spring football. We just had the spring football game. We have like a new sense of life. We've fully come out of winter. We're out of winter. We're now enjoying a little bit of the flowers coming up. People are spending more time outside. You're taking walks. You're less hungry and focused on food because you're just soaking in the sun. It's beautiful right now. I got my dog that's loving her yard, going on all these walks, adventuring, still going after her squirrels. She's a squirrely girly, and it's been fantastic. So this episode is all going to be on a few different things that I've figured out just in the world of my life, and I like talking to you guys about what's going on in my life, but also on the end of the spring game, how we're doing there, some of the views that I have on what's going on in the world of politics and economics and everything. And we're really going to get into this idea of luck management and where people are getting lucky every single day, the lucky situations in my life, a few funny stories here and there. It's an evolution. And upcoming, I got T. Burgess coming back on the podcast. We're going to be getting into some gambling picks, some sports picks. We've been doing a little thing back and forth, which has been really, really fun. I got Eckhouse coming back on the pod next month. We're bringing back the people. We're bringing back the guests, and it's going to be a little bit more of a deep dive into what's going on in the world of sports, Notre Dame, my life, my friend's life. We've hit this point where we started this podcast. All you luckies and you guys are a part of this crew. And I interviewed almost 100 people. We have almost 100 people that have come on this podcast. And now what I really want to do is be able to cycle back through and interview those same people of where they were and where they're going next, or what they've accomplished and where they got lucky in those moments. And I am even going to be doing an episode of myself. So I'm going to listen to that episode, hear what I heard, see where I was, and then boom, compare it to this moment. And it's almost like an evolutionary, scientific sort of experiment where you get to learn and grow with these people throughout their lives. Like, I know people that live in different places now. I know, like, Danae, she lives in Hawaii now. Like, her story's going to be freaking crazy. She was like episode 3. You got, Chris Conlon after winning the national championship. Where's he at now? Is he working? They won back-to-back championships. Like, are you kidding me? So we're going to try and get all these guys on and then pinpoint from where they were lucky and have they been luckier since the podcast? I think that's the analysis that everyone wants to know and figure out. So it's going to be really, really exciting. But I want to start with last week. I put out the episode, The King is Back. I got a few comments from the people like, oh, sick title, bro. The King is back. It's obviously a joke, people. But is it, though? The King is back in Charlotte. We're vibing. It's been beyond incredible. It's been out of this world. So, in my own terms, I'm feeling like a king. King is back right now. Next one. I got a funny story for you guys. So a few weeks ago before I moved, and this makes me laugh so hard. A few weeks before I moved, going out to the dog parks with Lorelai and go and meet other dogs, but Lorelai's mostly focused on the squirrels and trying to run after them. But we go in, and I leave the dog park, and I go around the corner, and this woman comes up, and she's in her mid-40s, early 50s, and she's got her dog, and she's like, "Whoa, your dog looks exactly like my dog." And a corgi and Lorelai's face has a lot of similarities, but I was like, "Oh, thank you. Yeah, I always joke she's part corgi because of how much her hair she has coming out of her, and she's got a corgi butt." But I swear, I go up, I talk to her, and she's like, "Yeah, I never had a dog before. My husband works a lot, so he got me this dog, and it was a normal baby dog when I first got it. It was an awesome little puppy, but then time went on, and I just kept thinking that he was a dwarf. Like, I thought something was wrong with him. He wasn't growing. He had no idea." And mind you, this is a woman that said, "Oh, I actually have only had cats for 40 years of my life. I never knew what dogs were or what, like, they just weren't in the know," which blew my mind because I'm such a dog person. I love animals as a whole, but dogs, me and dogs, we get along. But she goes, I literally took that dog, the corgi, to a veterinarian, and I was like, "I'm really concerned with my dog and how it's growing." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" She had no idea that the corgis actually stay small. Like the little legs stay that way. And the vet was like, "No, like this is the breed. Like this is what you're supposed to be like doing with this kind of dog." And she was like, "Are you serious?" I just thought that was the funniest thing. It like is an example of not even knowing something that is so maybe normal to you to someone else. They have no idea what's going on, and to just like be like, "Oh my gosh, something's wrong with my dog." I just thought that was so hilarious. So, all the dog lovers out there, all you lucky dog lovers, cheers to the dogs. That's like, a corgi. Everyone knows what a corgi is. This woman had zero idea. So, last week I missed that Rory won the Masters. Like, cheers to Rory. Congratulations, first time in 10 years. I'm not gonna lie though, I wanted him to choke again. I love greatness, I do, but I'm not a huge fan of Rory. I like Scheffler, Scotty Scheffler. He just like gets the work done. Not so like serious Englishmen or like, so, or I guess he's Irish, but still. Hey, luck of the Irish right there. Boom, winner. But still, I kind of wish that he choked a little bit, and he kind of did. And if you're a golf fan, he's messed up a lot recently, and so to see him actually come back in hero arc, kind of sweet, like pretty awesome for him. Also winning like $10 million, not bad either. So, um, also I've been looking at this world of like biohacking, and of course I listen to a Joe Rogan podcast, and they're they're talking about different supplements and stuff that you can take, and you got to take it all with a grain of salt because they're all trying to sell something to you. Charmin D. So be sure to get your Charmin D up in here. Um, but it was just talking about like essential vitamins that we don't have in our lives and stuff like that. And so I've done some sort of stuff with that, with intermittent fasting, to the world of like taking methylene blue, doing like creatine, all like natural supplements and stuff that have proven to be really good. And he kind of got me on a couple different things. And so I'd love to learn from the Luckies. Like, do you guys take something, any sort of supplements for your health? Do you guys, is it mostly just working out and eating healthy? I like testing out these different things on myself and seeing, do I have better mental acuity? Am I stronger here? Am I feeling better there? And I feel like I can kind of test it. And it's kind of fun to see that in play. So I got onto the methylene blue, which I apparently what it is that it goes. Doctors used to use it when they would use it on cadavers or bodies to track the lining of where your blood is going because it's like a blue dye, and what it's doing is that it creates and shows like the capillaries and everything. But what they found is that it actually has an oxidative nature to it, where it's giving more oxygen to your blood. And it's not like a wonder drug, but what it does is it helps with mental acuity, because when your body is more hydrated and has more oxygen and water in it, you just start working better. Like, it's like not being like cotton mouth and not having any water when you need it for a while. So it keeps your system going. I've really enjoyed it. I'm back on it again. I also got essential amino acids. We have 9 amino acids. Gary Brecka, shout out. Um, then I did like vitamin D3. Even though I get a lot of sun, you still need vitamin D. And um, moved into fish oil. I'm doing TMG for heart health, and then magnesium. So magnesium to kind of chill your day and not be so anxious all the time. And so I've been trying out all these things. They seem to be great for me so far. So I'll kind of keep you up to date on the world of what's happening there. Next topic I had was how it feels being home. It feels so good to be home. Like, just being able to be so close to my family and then get the things that I want to get done, have this dog outside more, like just feeling at home. And I do miss Houston. I miss that routine. I miss that. But I've always been one of those people that can just hop into something and be like, okay, this is the new world. And I've embraced it and loved it. Like, I love the little path. I love going to find a new gym, trying out new places to eat, different neighborhoods or areas that I haven't been. It's just really cool. I feel very lucky. But I managed that luck, right? I had to make the tough decision of saying, hey, I want to go work from home, which is not easy. You got to go through a lot of different turmoil, and you got to like, not turmoil, but like you got to get focused. You got to be able to be in great communication with your coworkers and know that like what I'm doing is helping out the team that's farther away from me. I mean, I'm a glue guy. I go into the office, I'm chilling with everybody. We laugh, we have a good time. I also produce most prospected calls Q4, most prospected calls Q1. So we're keeping it going, we're keeping strong. But I also was the glue guy. I was a little bit of a, oh, what's up? How's it going? Chilling out and everything. So, I mean, this is different, but different is so good. And seeing my family whenever I can, whenever I want, it's awesome. It's just like, oh, hey, what's up? Want to go get lunch? Want to go walk the dog? It's easy. It's so freaking easy. And so I'm just grateful beyond measure. I'm grateful for, since moving here, the incredible weather. It's been such good weather. It's been awesome to just be able to bounce back and forth and have meals and like sit down and talk about stuff that you just talk about your day. Like, how nice is that? I would always have to call home. Nope, get to just like be there. I'm a family guy. I love the family. Um, Number three, the new people that I've met. I've met some pretty amazing people as I've been here, and just being back, I feel settled. I feel like I'm able to actually like be my full self, because like this is where I want to settle down and build something. Not that I wasn't building anything anywhere else, but still like building the measures of this is where my home is where my family is. You get that confidence. Now I'm all for, and I've spoken about this, but like I'm all for you being able to go out and go see the world. But man, when you can have that decision to go back, choose it, because it's awesome. Depending on how you are with your family, but it's just been out of this world cool. And then the last one, to the travels that come about, going over to Turner's in Wilmington for a little bit, getting to see some friends. I have Julia's engagement parties coming up. We're gonna have all these episodes around this, and like the heightness. You're gonna get a real view of like the Loesch family dynamic, the world of how luck management is changing on getting these interviews back and everything. It's gonna be a wild ride, I think. So I'm so excited, and I think you will be too. So next thing I wanted to talk about, Facebook Marketplace. I love Facebook Marketplace. Like, if you look at my apartment, the way that I have things set up and everything, everything's in my style, but I love a Facebook Marketplace. When I find it that it fits it, or like a Goodwill run, being able to get the stuff that, like, and good pieces, like things that you want to hold on to for a long, long time. Love it. And been selling some stuff on Facebook Marketplace. That's the art of the deal right there. You gotta have the art of the deal. You gotta have negotiating. You gotta be able to make a deal happen. And then you're conversating with them, seeing like, oh, I love this piece. Glad you can use it. It's just like it's one of those things that you can work on your skills of like talking to random people that are completely different from yourself. Like, oh, why do you want this? Um, and people are really nice. I've never dealt with anything wrong. I know some women feel uncomfortable and have had to deal with like weird stuff on that. I've never had an issue, thank God, because I'm freaking huge and no one would mess with me. So that's why. But still, like, love doing it. One man's trash is another man's treasure is so true. And you're creating this separate market, like this $1 billion market that doesn't go through any sort of business or company, or you don't need to do your taxes on it. It's by hand. Hey, I want this. I'm going to use this in my life. It's like person to person, which is so nice that they cultivate the opportunity to do that. And then I'm sure that they get a ton of data on like who is selling what is popular, how they're able to market or throw ads in there. And so we get something and they get something. That's how companies should work together. How much they're taking? Social media takes a lot. Does it really matter? I don't know. So, um, yeah, those were some of the early topics that I had here, but I had a few other ones. So I've been going on this idea and thought process that like little by little really does win the race. I have been one to rush into things so much, and sometimes you got to just go a little bit each time, a little bit each day, and you start to build something that you can be astronomically proud of as time goes by. And some days you're going to put a lot of time into it. Some days you're going to maybe put not as much time into it. Like from this podcast, the evolution of what it's been into what it's becoming is really exciting and different. And that's like the change of who I am. And I think that that is a little bit more genuine than just be like, I have a set of interview questions that I want to ask you. No, I want to get deeper and have like a more real understanding that we can kind of walk through these things together and stuff. While we still will have amazing interviews, like I want to know the person on a deeper level. That's why I do this podcast. So, but little by little, you just got to do a little bit. And I've had times where, whether it's the podcast, whether it's work, it's like sometimes the days when you're still working, but you're not like going balls to the wall as hard as ever and like trying to get calls with everybody or do that project as fast as you can, you end up not doing as well on those days. And the days that you sit back and let things come to you and cultivate the conversation and go little by little on wanting to build something, that's when the magic happens. And that's when you get that flutter of dopamine and that hit of like, yes, I did it. And that is where the beauty is. Because what we really find out is like, we get to this endpoint and we're never satisfied. Like it, or it never is as much as you think it's going to be. It's all the anticipation. It's the steps through. And you hear it from every single athlete out there. It's the steps, it's the time, it's the practice that got you that actual shot that you've done 1,000 times before, and that's why you hit it. That's luck management. You get into a lucky situations, but you have to work repeatedly over and over again to actually make it a real thing, something tangible that you can hold in your hands and say, that was mine. So little by little, and nothing ever good comes so just quickly, except I will say, do as I say, not as I do, because I am in something that has happened so quickly, but has been out of this world. Wonderful. More details to come, but yeah, yeah. Shout out. You know who you are. But anyway,
Ayo, this episode of Luck Management is brought to you by Charm ND. Love thee, Notre Dame Lucky Charms. I love Notre Dame, and when I went to school there, I wanted to have a way of holding a piece of Notre Dame in your hand. And the first iteration came from small little tubes and filling up with pieces from around Notre Dame, and it's evolved into a really cool and wonderful business that I truly cherish. And now we have necklaces, we have keychains, we have earrings, and we have bracelets. All of these pieces are from Notre Dame. So in our keychains, we have soil from Notre Dame's campus with 24 karat gold flakes. We have AstroTurf from the Notre Dame football stadium and wood shavings from the old seats of Notre Dame Stadium, a true classic of history and tradition of the Notre Dame football way. We also have gold helmets that are painted with the same gold that they use on the Notre Dame football helmets and from the Golden Dome, straight gold from the Golden Dome. All these pieces are so incredible to me, and I hope that you all enjoy them. And you can find me on charm_ND on Instagram, or you can go to our Etsy shop, which is Charm ND Store on Etsy. So please give it a check out and love the Charm ND.
I will say that things can shift so fast, though. And we live in this world where we always want to go fast. Social media pushes us to go so fast. We have like everything that you watch, and commercials are so quick, and going down to your phone, like there's always something to do. We just want that quick hit dopamine. And so things are moving so quickly, and yet it's better to slow down. And it's really hard to do that. I actually struggle with that every day. So you got to keep working on that muscle. But once you kind of get to that point where you can slow down in the fast, you're just like seeing it. You're just seeing the board. You just feel better. You, whether it's making picks on sports or just like having conversations with your friends, the wittiness comes in, the jokes, the creative nature of life comes in. I'm all for regimented, but like that's when you can have your flow and allow things to grow in a cool and cultivated sort of surrounding. So try and do that. I'm trying. It's not always plausible, and it won't ever happen in every single time, but try it. Try and slow things down. And the way that you can do that, a little bit of Wim Hof breathing exercise. I love doing it. I've been getting into that again too. You do like 40 deep inhales, 40 deep exhales, and you hold your breath. And I do 2 rounds of it. And the first time I can hold it for like 2 minutes and 48 seconds. No breathing for 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Your body creates like this homeostasis level. And this guy, Wim Hof, the way he got famous is he holds like all the world records for going into ice plunges, going into the Antarctic, and like swimming with freezing cold temperatures, and he was always fine because he did these breathing exercises. He even had like pathogens and like sicknesses injected into him, and against a group of people that didn't do the Wim Hof compared to how he did it, they all got sick, and he did not get sick. He was completely fine. Like I think it was like with E. coli, which should make you very sick. So there's something about the controlling like the air and the flow and like oxidizing, once again, more oxidation for your blood vessels. And so I've been doing that, and then the second time I do it, I'm all the way up at like 3 minutes and 20 seconds. It's crazy, like the fact that you can do it that long. And then I go straight to sleep. I'm like, I it takes me like 5 minutes, I'm out. Like my breathing, everything, my body has like normalized, and like You feel yourself breathing. That's why people do yoga. Like they can feel themselves and feel like, ah, I'm here. This is beautiful. So, next one, it kind of is on this, but like momentum in sports and life. Like you watch these playoffs, like you'll see these guys. It's all momentum, like how a team plays together. It really matters at that end. And if one guy's hot, the other guy can feed off of that. And then when something shifts, like a timeout or something like that, it completely shifts and they have to slow it down. It's all chess versus checkers, things like that. And I love momentum because once you get going, and this move has done something to me in a way that like I feel this momentum. I'm starting to get pushed down the hill, which is just like picking up speed and just being my best self. And I hope that you guys are all feeling that. And that's spring. That's like new age. It's like you've been hibernating for a little bit and it's time to come out and be your true self and be there. Like just soak it in because there's one life. There's one life, people. That's all you got. So, next topic, sleep. I'm working on it. I get about 7 hours. And everyone always says you gotta get to 8 to 9. But usually those are like old people that are like, you gotta get 8 to 9. If you guys have any tips or tricks on sleeping, let me know. Wim Hof has been working for me. It's just getting to bed earlier. Like I'm recording late night right now. A little bit, it's like 11, but still. I like this creativity. I like this late moment where everything's quiet and it's my space, me and Lolo's space. And so being able to have that is special. But everyone's like, you gotta wake up early and do all this and do all that. No, I don't want to. I can sleep in. I work for a Central Standard Time company. I can get the hours are different. I love sleeping in. I love waking up in the morning and being able to, and then get up. But this is where I get going at this time. So I got it. Next one, probably should have talked more about this in the beginning, but it's Easter. He is risen. I've been going to Forest Hill Church. It's no Joel, but it's really good. Like community, it's engaging, it's interesting. People talk to you and you feel something, and the music makes you just like actually have faith. And now I've had my conversations with Mr. McBride talking about how the Catholic Church is the pinnacle. Yes, I'm Catholic, I'm confirmed. But I think everybody should be able to find a space where they can have their faith and feel comfortable and feel like the faith is working for them. Sometimes the Catholic Church ain't doing it for me. I will make my way back. I promise you that, world. I will make my way back to the Catholic Church. All roads lead back to the Catholic Church some way or another. So I have no reserve there. But I'm building my personal relationship with God in this way and at this church. And it's really, really cool. And so I hope you all have faith and have found some sort of faith. And if you're struggling with it, guess what? I'm right there with you because I'm struggling each day, but I'm trying. That's what it's all about. It's just trying these things that you find important to you and that you care about and that you want for yourself or maybe your future or the people around you. It You do those things that mean a lot to you and other people can feel that and feed off of that and enjoy that. So we should all be incredibly focused on finding faith. Faith will give you something a little bit bigger than yourself. In a time where I've struggled with that because I'm always thinking about myself or I'm thinking about how can I do this. But when you find it and you put that energy into something else bigger and that like has deeper meaning, you end up just being who you should be and in the right moments in the right spots. That's luck management. Like you're lucky if you have good faith, but you got to manage it. You got to build those conversations or that faith, or you have to really work at it. Nothing good comes so quickly. Um, so just be ready for that. I mentioned it earlier. T Burge, Eckhouse. We've been doing some gambling picks, and right now we are. I'm 22-13. T. Burge is 23 and 22 and 11. Eckhouse is like 7 and 4, and we're just doing picks each day. So we're gonna be getting into some gambling, things like that, little picks that you can do that are just kind of fun. You throw a dollar, you throw $5, and you make some winnings, and you take out what you put in, and you just play along. It just kind of keeps you engaged. It's playoff time. Enjoy it while you can. So we do like this pick of the day. It's been really cool. We're using like ChatGPT for analysis, like deep research on there, being like, oh, do we like this bet? Hey, what's the highest probability here for a home run? And it's just things to talk about. It kind of gets the bros together. So um, I don't condone it. It is legal in North Carolina, but like if you can do small little things and not let it get crazy, you have a good time. Like you just make jokes about it. You send in memes. I even got a book. It was like bet to win. Like it's just makes you think in probabilities and statistics. That's smart. That's good for you. And if you can do it the right way and have some fun with it, why not? So maybe you'll get some good picks from us. Pick of the day, bros, coming in hot. All right, we'll get into this. Spring game. Spring game 2025. What a game, number one. Lot of moving factors coming out of a Notre Dame national championship appearance. We made it all the way, boys. We fell short. And yesterday, a guy come up to me and said, "Go Ohio State." Oh, he was nice. He was a nice guy, but he had to like twist the knife a little bit. I'm like, oh yeah, bro, yeah. Actually, you guys want to know something? I took a class at Ohio State, so whatever. I won a national championship, not a big deal. But I won it for my boys at Notre Dame. They won, and we're gonna get there, and all because of this spring game laid out so many storylines that are going to blow away in a bigger fashion this year than I think even last year. We might even pass it. Marcus Freeman is in his complete prime right now. Everybody's watching, seeing what he can do after a huge run like this. And I think it's going to take a couple years, but we got guys right there, and we're making a decision right after the spring game. Steve Angeli, backup quarterback for the last 3 years, decided to transfer. Now, that's not getting into the spring game yet, but that is huge news coming out of the camp Notre Dame. But what I saw during the spring game is he was fine. He was throwing some good passes. Check down Charlie, bro. He's so check down Charlie. And it worked for us. When we needed him in the national championship, he drove down, or no, this was Penn State, drove down the field, kicked that field goal, got us right back in the game. But man, he's doing the interview. And you could tell he wasn't locked in. You could tell he was kind of angry. And I knew something was up right there. You had Kevin Minchie running around like crazy. He's gonna be something. I'll get into him. And then you had CJ Carr as the quarterback. Like you had 3 guys, 12 different possessions, and Carr definitely has that spark to him. Carr has got a crazy spark to him. He looks like Derek Jeter. I feel like he's going to be like the Derek Jeter of Notre Dame for some reason. He's got to live up to it. I would love it to see him take over as quarterback. But then you got Kevin Minchie, who's a junior and he can run. And quarterbacks in the college football realm right now, you need to have a mobile quarterback. And this guy is it. CJ Carr, yeah, he can run a little bit. He can get a little shifty, but I want him to throw the ball. But Minchie gives us that extra dynamic. So really interesting to see. And I want to get into a few players. So first off, Cam Williams. Best wide receiver for Irish outside of Faison and Greathouse, who didn't even play today. But Cam Williams is going to show up this year and have a great year. And I think he'll be on the slot, but you're going to be hearing his name. He's going to have 1 to 2 huge breakout games. I can really feel it where he won't be like the 16 receptions, but he can get one for 71 down the line. Like just breaks out speed. 5-star recruit last year. huge for Notre Dame. He's getting put into a spotlight like, hey, bro, let's see you play. And this is when you do it. I mean, sophomore year, it's coming out year. It's coming out strong. And so I think he's going to be a very nice addition. Our wide receiver core is in a better spot than I've ever seen because we got freaking Plaxico Burress's son on the team. He's going to be awesome. Like, he's a freshman right now, but he was sizing up guys today. He was literally shifting in and out. He was moving off of guys. And we have a great backfield, and he was looking solid. He was catching everything. They even showed it, like Plaxico holding up his son when he won the Super Bowl, and he's got greatness in him. All he's got to do is not shoot himself in the leg, and we should be okay. He's just like, he's shifty. You got to let him develop a little bit. He's still skinny, but that kind of works for wide receivers. And like, we haven't had a guy since Michael Floyd or Will Fuller that, like, you can be skinny. You gotta be able to catch the ball, and he can catch the ball. He's got like this feel and this instinct for the plays that he's doing, and he's got this swagger behind him. He already had the visor and everything. I was like, dude, I'm about it. So love that. Back to Carr, he's got a gun. I already said he looks like Derek Jeter, but he's very smart out there. He's fast in his looking, reading the offense, and he kind of commands the offense. When everybody was in there, everyone was really excited for what he was doing. They were like with him. The O line looked like they pushed a little bit harder. I think they were trying to show something and say something. He did have a bad interception, but like, he's gonna make mistakes, and you hate that. And he was probably gonna be sacked on that play, but they didn't call it. He threw behind him, and I think he's gonna do that a few times this year. And he's got to learn how to read a real college offense, so it's gonna take him some time. But he can be something where he learns very quickly on the job. His dad was a famous head coach. His grandfather was too. Like, he's a football guy, so he's gonna figure it out, and he's gonna learn. This is where I have the stats on Steve Angeli. He didn't look super happy when he was interviewed. There wasn't any like real juice, but I was gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, saying, "Hey, it's your fourth spring game. You've seen it," and like, I can imagine him being like, I'm ready to take over this position. People are saying he might go to Tennessee. I mean, they just lost that guy, Nico Lamaleva or whatever, because of NIL. I mean, dude, he's going to be a great quarterback. He'll get you 8 to 10 wins. I just don't think he takes you over the mark. Like, he's not a Notre Dame quarterback, a starting quarterback. I'm sorry. And maybe in a different universe, but this is Notre Dame. Like, sorry, not sorry, bro. You did what you need to. You got your glorious moments for a little bit, but man, it's time to pass the torch. We got games to win, bro. I'm sure you ain't salty, but I'm sure you are a little salty, and that's okay. But thank you for your service. You will go down as someone that everybody loves in the Notre Dame lore. Like, everybody is down for you. You just are not the quarterback. And for you to be able to stick through the program for as long as you did, that's so incredible. That's commitment right there, bro. Thank you. But like, you know this. If you make the decision, hey, I gotta go, and you gotta go follow the career and say, hey, can I do something with this? Man, that's where you're supposed to follow your dream. I'm so about that. You did everything that you could. And I want to see you actually ball out on Tennessee.
Ayo Luckies. This episode is brought to you by CharmND. CharmND, hold a piece of Notre Dame in your hands. This year, I've gone on a quest to make sure that you guys are able to have the best Notre Dame products that feel like you're on campus, that you're in the spirit, and that you enjoy, and get a piece of Notre Dame. And so I have added a couple new things to the repertoire, from earrings, bracelets, keychains, all that. But our newest one is the Motel keychain, where it's a key to Notre Dame Stadium with a golden helmet and a shamrock. And then it's also a key to the Golden Dome. So get your novelty pieces, get your pieces ready for St. Patrick's Day coming up. And this always supports the podcast. So thank you very much. And love thee, Charm ND. Let's get back to the show.
I want to see you with that different team and those ties that you have there. That's the cool part of NIL. Like, you can see how somebody can develop or fit into another system. Does it work? So, but always back to our own quarterbacks now. We got two we're choosing from. Minchie. Will he be put into run during the games? I feel like he will be. I don't know if I like it, but I love it. Like, he scored a touchdown and he did a backflip. Like, that was sick. He gets out of the pocket. He needs to work on his throwing. His throwing isn't all there, but I don't know. You can make up for that when you can have a guy get moving and get going. I think that's pretty special. And he's got a lot of love from the players. Like, a lot of the guys like him a lot. And he does look like a leader. He's so much more mature than he was the last couple of years. He's had good quarterbacks in front of him, teaching him, showing him the way. And I think he was just like waiting in the shadows, like, bro, this is my time. It was the first like real quarterback gotten by Marcus Freeman too. So up in his style a little bit. I mean, Angeli was still like he was almost I think he was he was in the world of Brian Kelly. So it wasn't even his guy. That's why we brought in two transfers. Like, it happens, bro. Um, but he's not really scared at all, and he's happy to take control. And backflip was sick, and I think he was having fun out there. When you're having fun, you can play loose. So he was playing loose, and that was really, really cool to see. Jabrian Payne, he was injured last year. He's coming back. He's gonna be like that guy that used to play for the Saints. Um, anyways, super small guy, but like, he had a knee injury. I don't know if he can block. Like, you got to be important in this game as a running back for Notre Dame to be in there and block, especially if CARR is there. You gotta protect that guy, and he's kind of small. I don't know if he can block, but he's gonna be speedy. He's gonna have a couple runs also that are like 60 yards, and you're like, where did he come from? He's kind of like a little mini Jerome Bettis, but he's a bowling ball in that way. Um, he's good in the open field, shifty. My ankles would break in a minute. No, a millisecond if I had to try and tackle him. And I'd be on World Star. They'd be like, killed this man. But oh my gosh. We are returning with that. Aeneas Williams. He was there last year. He was kind of the blocker. He just really hasn't impressed me yet. Like, I want more. Of course, he's a white running back. No offense, but he's a white running back. Like, he never really gets yards. He never really breaks tackles. Like, whenever he's hit, he goes straight down. And if he's going to play, he's got to be a good blocker, but he's kind of small. Like, Jeremiah Love's not a good blocker. Tarian, Prince, decent, but like, we don't really have a great blocker. We need to get like a fullback in there that can block up there. That would be huge for Notre Dame. Like, another guy, and then we just got speed guys on the edge for going out for passes. That would be elite. Like, that would be sweet. But we're returning so many running backs that our system is big O line. That's where we get saved. Like, we have a really good O line and like big guys that can be there for us. But it's just offensive, like, players there on the O line. They're massive. They're all coming back with starts. Like, we had 3 guys transfer that were all backups because they're like, damn, we're not getting any playing time because these guys are fucking good. So we're gonna be so strong there, and it's the blueprint. It's the as bad as I don't want to say this, I hate it. It's the Michigan blueprint, like how they ran the ball and threw when they needed to. And we'll obviously develop with CARR a little bit more and be more throwing, but we're still, Jeremiah Love is the best running back in this country. Best bet, touchdown every game, because all he does is score. He finds the end zone every single game. And he has this tenacity to him, and now he's starting to be a wide receiver. So just think of all the open abilities for him to have touches and just show up in each way. He's going to be fantastic this year. It's going to be his Heisman year. Lock it in. He didn't even play in the spring game. Spring game below that, man. I mean, all love, all love. But I love our O-line. We just need to keep pounding the ball. And we just kind of need a quarterback that can manage and make some sparkle plays once in a while. Just make a couple sparkle plays, and we're going to be chilling. We're going to be good. So it does suck about losing Urlacher. Kennedy Urlacher, Urlacher's son. I mean, great to have a former NFL guy like around the program and having those conversations and having your son there. It's like the tenacity, like with Plaxico Burress, and then you have Jerome Bettis' son, who got a catch. That was pretty sick. Like, it's great to have that, but apparently our secondary is so good and so strong that like he probably wasn't going to get as much playing time as he wanted. And if you're thinking that you can go do it somewhere else, go, bro. I mean, he decided to transfer to USC, so Chad Bowen is in everybody's ear trying to be like, hey, you should come over here, you should do this, that. That's because he knows he's a great athlete. Now, we're not going to have him this year, but we have depth. We got an Alabama transfer, we got a Virginia Tech transfer. We got guys flying around like crazy. That next man up mentality. Bro, like you had like 3 good tackles against Purdue, and they're the laughing doormat of all of college football right now. So, like, see you, bro. I mean, I didn't even see you in the game. Actually, you had some blown coverages. I did see you in the game, and you missed some tackles. So I'm just gonna say this right now. Yeah, you got some things to work on. Enjoy that at USC. We're gonna be really focused on football, and you guys haven't even beaten like a number 1 team since like 2019. So whatever. Moving on to our next star, Bryce Young. He will be a star this year. We have not had a defensive end and a rusher like him since I don't even know. I don't think we've had it. Justin Tuck. Like that was the last one to do it. And this man is 6'7". He's a man amongst boys. He's a future first rounder. And he's just massive and smart. And he follows the ball. He's like a wave to the ball. He's like he's an SEC athlete in a Notre Dame jersey. And like, yeah, he's gonna do some things wrong. He's gonna mess up. And like last year he had a bad like roughing the passer or roughing the punter and stuff like that. But he goes hard and it usually works out for him. That's luck management. He works hard and lucky things happen to him. But he's following the quarterback. He's a downhill runner, and he can't be stopped. So like that they're just too big. Like the position is like, okay, I need to either bring over a guy or we need to get the ball out because he's going to be coming for you, and he's going to get so many more reps this year. I think it's a coming out party, and I think he's going to have, I'm going to say, at least 8 sacks this year. Mark it. I mean, he's son of Hall of Famer Bryson Young, or Bryant Young, and Notre Dame legend. And so there's just that lore right there. On the defensive side, didn't watch too much. I mean, it was more offensive focus for sure. But Talish, number 28, he's the next Jack Kaiser. He's going to be flying around, making big tackles. Like, everybody was hyped every single time that he was making tackles, and he really cared. We'll see who we have in there, but he's going to get some playing time, and I think he's going to work his way up the ranks. He's going to be like the next like Irish guy that you have on the line that just will go balls to the wall for you. And would love a white linebacker. Like, in there just flashy, like definitely smaller than guys, but will wrap up and just do the right things. I'm so about it. And then Carson Hobbs, he's gonna be an animal. I've never heard of him. I don't know where he came from, but he is playing ball on the spring game level. Like he's everywhere on the field. So those are a few names that you need to watch out for. And it's the CARR era. We're in the CARR era. Carter, CARR era. I mean, there's some similarities here, and I support this guy. There may be some Minchie throughout, but I think we're establishing CARR and we're building something. And big game against Miami. It's going to be a crazy moment of seeing us down where we just won the, what was it, the Orange Bowl, and a lot of emotions there. And we have to go beat a good Miami team, but I think we can do it. So, well, I've been rambling for a little bit, getting into my whole life and everything, but a lot of exciting things, as you've heard, and I can't wait to have you guys on this journey. We get lucky together. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So you can always find me on Apple, on Spotify. I'm on YouTube, and as always, keep living the luck management lifestyle. Peace.